Any freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power? This just in, Tyler Robinson has been arrested. He is the suspect in connection with the Charlie Kirk unaliving. They're saying that he was a student at the University of Utah for just a semester. We do not know any of his affiliations or motivations, but I did see he is the guy. You saw the video. I'll play it today live at 5, live at 2 p.m. PST. On my show, you see him jumping off the roof. Tyler Robinson, he's 22 years old. We see the pictures now. I have some very interesting videos because one Patriot said the Pun he used is huge. So how does he unassemble it, get on the roof, assemble it, unassemble it, put it back into his backpack, get off that roof like that, reassemble it, and leave it in the woods for authorities to find? There's just some inconsistencies that people pointed out.
Some developments in the Charlie Kirk shooting and something that just does not add up to me. So the police and the FBI have released some photos saying that this is the alleged shooter, and they also released a photo of a rifle, it's a 30-06, saying that this was the gun. They found it in a bush, or they found it on the ground next to a bush, just lying there randomly. So do you see anywhere in this photo where this person has a rifle on them? .30-06 is around 40 to 44 inches long, by the way, folks. So, and they take a while to assemble. You have to have a very long screwdriver to take the stock off and put it back on. So if you believe the police narrative, the guy walked onto campus with a disassembled rifle, assembled it on the roof, and then he put it in his backpack, went running, and then he reassembled it while running to leave it on the ground for the police to conveniently find. No, I don't think so.
Felled him in a way.
They were just debating about actually gun violence. And I hear like a pop noise. I see his head go back and I see blood just start to gush out. And I turn around because it sounded like it came from up behind me and above, which it sounds like everybody's saying the same thing. And then I saw everybody going to the ground. So I went to the ground. I wasn't too scared because I wasn't hearing it peppering at that point, but I was traumatized.
I mean, everyone could tell that something was really, really wrong. So everyone ducked. I ducked down with Emma. We were holding each other, and she said a prayer for him and his family, and then we ran along with everyone else.
It hit me when they kind of rushed to Charlie's side after he collapsed. That's when it kind of clicked in my head, and everybody started running around. Before that, I was kind of, I don't know if the word's like in awe, but just kind of
shocked.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, I was just shocked. I was just kind of confused. I wasn't sure what was going on.
I think that the school should put into place more protection, because now a lot of students are going to be traumatized or deal with trauma, and they're not going to be able to focus on their schoolwork. And I feel like it's not a safe environment to be holding events like that if you're not ready and prepared to protect the people who are coming to be in those events.
We registered for tickets, but they weren't even looking for tickets. Anyone could just walk in. It was at probably the worst place in campus because there's so many areas where anyone can just walk in. So yeah, I would say the security level, I would say UVU kind of felled him.
With a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor. Everybody did a great job.
So a pastor was able to turn him in, or they got the family of the shooter to turn them in?
Well, it was a minister, and the minister went to a minister who was involved with law enforcement, by the way. And his good friend is a top U.S. Marshal. And they took it from there. And then it was a father got involved, namely his father, and said, we got to go in. And they, so I understand it. And again, subject to change. But, you know, the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for. But they drove into the police headquarters, and he's there now.
Did the father know about what the son had done?
I don't know. I'm going to let you get all those questions later, because I can't tell you how accurate. The bottom line is they have somebody that they think did it.
Greetings from northern Utah. I'm going to talk about Charlie Kirk, but just in the way that I don't think the rest of the country really understands Utah politics and understands this situation at all. So in northern Utah, specifically the Cache Valley, a whole bunch of people are losing their farms because of the tariffs. You see it in like Arkansas and Nevada and stuff. Charlie Kirk and JD Vance are both benefiting financially from people in this neighborhood, specifically that area of Utah, losing their farms. So let me posit this. You guys all think that it's some crazy liberal that went out and shot Charlie Kirk. It's not. It's some 30-year-old guy who thought he had a farm for the rest of his life that was going to be passed down from his family that just went bankrupt because of the Trump tariffs that Charlie Kirk championed, and then JD Vance is going to make all of his money from buying up this guy's farm in Cache Valley. I guarantee when they find this guy's not a liberal guy. He's some farmer from like central Utah, Cache Valley, Tooele, who's about to lose everything that his family had because of the Trump tariffs or the Trump. So don't jump to conclusions. Utah's full of Republicans, but it feels very, very different than the rest of the states. We don't have the same type of loyalty as you have. Once you pass the Rocky Mountains, we're more loyal to each other than we ever could be to a president or a thing. So, Utah, Colorado, Montana, New Mexico, Arizona, like, you fuck around too much. You blame us for stuff and it'll come get you. You take away people's livelihoods and somebody's going to come after you. And I think more than likely that's what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Hello, can you hear me now? How long's it been muted? Ugh, I hate myself. Guys, okay, thank you, Taylor. Can you not hear me? Could you not hear me that whole time? Oh, God. I'll tell you what, guys, live streaming can be so tough. You have no idea. I mean, how is it even muted? We don't. I'm wondering if some of these topics I'm talking about are triggering. Can you guys hear me now? Give me a positive yes here in the commentaries if you can hear me now. Let me see. I mean, was that a threat? What does that mean? Julie, I don't know. Could you guys not hear any of my videos? Now I'm stuck wondering how much of this you guys can be hearing. Let me check it out. Again, well, no, that's in here. I mean, this is the absolute worst part about live streaming is you don't know until somebody in the comments says, hey, we can't hear you after like 15 minutes of straight up jib jabbering. Let me see. Until somebody in the comments says, hey, we can't up jib jabbering. Let me see. Okay, Sam, but until somebody in the comments says, hey, we can't up jib jabbering. Let me see. Yeah, you're jib jabbering. No, Sam, but until somebody in the comments says, hey, we can't up jib jabbering. Was live. I don't know, guys. This is crazy town. Let me go to the YouTubulars. See how far back I need to go. Could any of you guys hear that? Hold on one second. Thank you for your patience. This is just part of live streaming, man. It is just part of how it goes. put it back into his backpack, get off that roof.
Okay, so it looks like. Hold on. So it almost looks like, could you guys hear? This is crazy town. I am just, you know, this is how it goes, guys. Live streaming is not easy. You can hear me now. Thank you, Taylor. Bless your heart, Taylor. Anyhow, okay, so you guys have seen it. I can do some recapitulations here. Obviously, this is Taylor Robinson. This is the guy they have in custody right now, okay? This is crazy. Julia, what does that mean, Julia? I'm not sure. Now, here is what's interesting about this is people have said, how did he get on this roof? Okay. How did he have that big of a you know what and jump off of that roof? People are saying, how did he have it assembled? You heard this guy. Okay, he jumps off, right? Doesn't get hurt at all. Clearly is very athletic and runs along the grass, no problem, not hurt. I mean, granted, adrenaline, you're not going to notice it. Okay. Then this guy, did you hear what he said? Listen to this.
Police and the FBI have released some photos saying that this is the alleged shooter, and they also released a photo of a rifle, it's a 30-06, saying that this was the gun. They found it in a bush, or they found it on the ground next to a bush, just lying there randomly. So do you see anywhere in this photo where this person has a rifle on them? 30-06 is around 40 to 44 inches long, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
So, and they take a while to assemble. You have to have a very long screwdriver to take the stock off and put it back on.
Okay.
So, if you believe the police narrative, the guy walked onto campus with a disassembled rifle, assembled it on the roof, and then he put it in his backpack, went running, and then he reassembled it while running to leave it on the ground for the police to conveniently find. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Now, of course, I am no investigator, but what do you guys think? That brings up some interesting points here. Then, you know, we heard the guy from Utah. He thinks that. Let me see what else I have on this, guys. It just is, you know, this is a little bit of a wonky Friday, but I really appreciate the patience of all the viewers. We're really making it happen here. Let me see what else I got. Okay, let's switch gears for a second. I know you guys everybody's been traumatized by Charlie Kirk, so let me traumatize you with aliens. Do you guys know that aliens are here? I mean, do you guys really like when we think about that? I mean, it's crazy. Hold on. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Thank you, Sam. That was beautiful. Guys, aliens is what's happening in your world. I mean, this is cray. Did you guys see this video? Listen to what they're saying here. This
format. I pulled out just a little bit to show the Hellfire making contact with the UAP. This is
now, for those of you who don't know, a UAP is basically a UFO, unidentified flying objectular. And the thing about this, which is crazy, is they don't know what it is. And a Hellfire missile is like one of the most badass missiles we have. Like, it guarantees to get everything. Okay. We don't miss with a Hellfire missile. Watch what happens.
A much different format. And we're going to zoom in a little bit closer, take a couple of looks at the Hellfire making impact. It does indeed impact what appears to be the back half of this unknown object flying off the coast of Yemen. Right there, it makes impact. You can see it knocks it off course. And as you're going to see, somehow or another, right there following the impact, these three objects appear in the sky following the primary object right there.
Look at this.
So the primary target turned into not only one, but four targets now. There's 1, 2, 3, now four. It survived the strike. And the gentleman that testified before Congress said, Nothing that we have should have survived that strike. And it turned into 3 smaller ones, and then the main.
He said nothing that we have should have survived that strike. That's insane, guys. You realize that? Like, if these things want us,
Primary one continued on.
What do we have?
This one here turned out pretty good. You can see that these things are the same shape and same size.
They almost look like faces.
And this one here started to glow for whatever reason, almost as if it had some sort of an energy field around it.
Whoa.
Maybe it was some sort of a propulsion system. This one here started glowing, and then that one there started glowing.
Freaky.
The smaller things you see are reflections off the top of the water. Those things definitely had density. Let me go back to that one right there. That one right there turned out pretty good. You can see those things clearly.
What do you guys think about this? These are UAPs.
Those aren't random pieces of debris, guys.
No.
So whatever that missile impacted, it didn't seem to affect it hardly at all.
I mean, that is crazy, you guys. They have been having these UFOs all over the place. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, I'll bring it in now. Yesterday, I mean, they were having a whole meeting about this. Let me bring up the UFO gentlemen's. Look at this. This is crazy. Let's hold on. Actually, no. I mean, that's there is an alien ship coming here, a mothership. If you guys haven't heard about that, but this in particular, this is pretty interesting. And yeah, listen to this guy. This is frightening. Have you guys heard this?
Flies across the base, across the flight line, and as it flies to me, a triangle manifests around the light. I can't tell you if it's active camouflage.
Sounds
I can't tell you
similar.
if it appeared around the light, but I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle.
Jeez.
It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My
Two stories.
telephone got extremely hot.
2 stories tall.
Dead.
That's crazy.
I remember how thick it was. It was.
That's what she
1
said.
to 2 stories thick, equilateral triangle. I could never see the top of it, and the edges were 90 degrees.
Dude.
There were 4 lights in total, 1 light on each corner, and
crazy.
a larger light in the center, 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights.
Right.
But what was really odd was the outside. The best way to describe it is
tell 'em.
looking at a James Webb telescope picture, where you have the colors and then the black background. So the craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold lava, plasma, some type of fluid going over and around the craft.
Golden jizz.
I'm
Did
under
you guys
this for
hear
about
that?
2 to 3 minutes, and then the center light flashes 2 to 3 times, no sound.
Yep.
Immediately shoots up to commercial jet level minimum,
Commercial
in my
jet
opinion.
level.
And
my
I
opinion.
immediately feel static electricity all over my body, and then I smell.
Guys, this is real. This was on Capitol Hill. This is not a movie. Will Smith certainly is not going to do anything. He'd just go try and smack an alien and then go sit in a corner and cry for an hour. We are in trouble, guys. If they don't like us, we are in serious trouble. What are we supposed to do here? Did you hear this guy? This is crazy. Listen to what he says.
You'll see those files that I shared with you. They did find stuff. There was an incident in October of 1982 over an ICBM base where UFOs popped up, was observed over this base where the missiles are pointed at us, United States. These UFOs perform incredible maneuvers. They split apart. They fuse back together. They'd appear and disappear. And right at the end of this 4-hour period, the launch control codes for the ICBMs lit up. Something entered the correct codes. The missiles were fired up and ready to launch, and they could not shut it down. The Russian officers were panicking. The UFOs they disappeared. The launch control system goes back to normal. Colonel Sokolov and his team came in, took the thing apart, could not figure out what it was. It wasn't a power surge or EMPs or some of the baloney excuses that our country has given for similar events involving our nuclear missiles. They thought it was a message from wherever the UFOs were from. And that's a chilling thing. I mean, we were a couple of seconds away from World War III starting, and the UFOs were responsible for it.
Do you hear that? A chilling message, maybe from the aliens, be like, dog, we can control all your little stupid we control all your little stupid electronics if we want, man. Like, quit playing with us. We're interstellar players, dog. Quit playing with us. Quit playing with us. Quit playing with us. Get playing with us. Quit playing with us, yeah. Quit playing
I'm
with.
digressulating.
All right, easy, Eva. Come on. Sam, why don't you call someone? The show is dying. I wouldn't say the show is dying. Let me see real quick here. Let me see if I can phone a friend and we're going to get this. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Francesis, you're on the air. Samson's World, just warning you.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? You're on a recorded line.
Right, this is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, right. Eddie Murphy wouldn't pick up my call, and I don't have his number. Francesis, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm a nice guy. I'm a good-looking guy. I have ED now that I'm older.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Nobody wanted to know. Now, listen, here's something that's interesting. Sam Abney, bro, senior video FTMZ. Some girl was laughing loud and hard at Charlie's unaliving. No, that is not right, Sam. And you know, I'm one Sam to the other Sam. I do not approve of that. I was giving TMZ the benefit of the doubt because Harvey came on and he said that was what the truth is. And I was just believing Harvey. You know, I know those guys a little bit and I'm trusting that they're telling the truth, but I don't know. It does seem a little sus. Francesis.
What? Yeah.
Well, what happened was TMZ was live, and in the back room, because TMZ is this huge studio, they were in somewhere in another part of the studio. People start erupting in cheers and laughter, and people are saying cheers. And a lot of people on the live are like, hey, that is not cool, because they assumed they were doing it about Charlie Kirk, the news of him being unalived. TMZ came on, Harvey and the dude with the dreads, Andre. No, I'm joking. I don't know what his name is. That was racist. I don't know. Do you know what his name is?
I forgot his name, but I know the Jamaican guy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, how do you even know? Is he Jamaican?
Yeah. He hangs out all the time in the Village in Manhattan in New York. He's always at the Cellar.
Oh, really?
Is he? Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a comedian, but he hangs out in the Village. Yeah.
Okay. Charles Ladabadier, right?
That's his name? Okay.
Yep. Charles L, baby. Charles L. So they came on today and they were yesterday mad apologizing because they're claiming no. Our employees, it was terrible timing, but our employees were watching something else. Now, hold on. Sam Abney is coming up. One Sam to another. Keep doing your thing, brother. I appreciate that, Sam. Now, Sam says, I hear you, man. I was watching the live as it was happening, and it did not seem that way at all, but just my experience from it. Thank you, Sam. Your experience is just as valid as anybody else's, bro. We're all living this one on this one little world. Nobody better than anybody else. One Sam to another. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate that. Same to you, my mans. I'm Samson. Are you Samuel or... Anyway, I'm digressulating. So they came on front, and I think Sam Abney, I would believe you, because what are they going to say? They're like, hey guys, yeah, a lot of our employees were laughing and cheering. That's not cool. I don't agree with one thing that Charlie Kirk said. I don't agree with one thing Charlie Kirk said, and especially Franz, you know me, I love black women. and I stick up for black women, my friends, my family.
But married to a white woman, clear. Get that clear.
Okay, Franz, why do you gotta come on my show and F with my mojo, Franz? I was on a roll.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Not bad.
My wife, Laquita, I call her Liz. No, my wife is white. She's super white too. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's a sports model. She's an LA 10. I'm an LA 5. I just found out because every time people see my wife, Franz, and you can probably back this up, they're like, "Oh my God, Sam, that's your wife? Like, how did you end up with her? What is she okay? How did you? Is she?" They're like knocking on her head. They're like, "Is she real?" I'm like, God dang.
Yeah, she is. She is like. She does seem like a bit above your league, but
she is above my league. But what are we supposed to do as men? You're supposed to outkick your coverage.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's what men do. We bring the laughs. Being funny is sexy. That's men's equivalent of being sexy. And Franz, you and I are beautiful men, but I'm not a sports model. I could be if I had that Hollywood diet and a personal trainer, I could get there.
Yeah.
So anyway, Franz Alason, I'm digressulating. People were saying, that TMZ was laughing about it. What do you think? Do you think TMZ is lying, or do you think they're telling the truth?
No, they're not laughing about it. They're not laughing about it.
Okay, Franz.
I don't think they would do that.
I don't personally either. Knowing that they're live, I think they'd have to be extra sensitive. And Harvey said, I forget what he said. The video they were watching. Let me see if I can pull it up. But they made a point, man, because it's bad. I mean, there's been a lot of backlash. That video, for me, is going massively viral. I don't know if they have this.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, even people died. Even people laugh when Martin Luther King was killed.
I'm sure a lot of racist people did. Yeah,
exactly. People laughed when Malcolm X was killed.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some people laughed when Kennedy was killed.
Yeah.
Okay. Not everybody was mourning and crying, doing whatever, blah, blah. There's always going to be an opposite side of things. Now, who is the majority? Who knows? Kennedy, a lot of people were hurt, but then you had that small crowd, as it seems. So maybe the South wasn't so small. Maybe in the South they were cheering on his death. Nevertheless,
let me hear you land, Franz.
Yeah. Nevertheless, Charlie Kirk, he offended a lot of people, not only black people, but immigrants, foreigners, from wherever, all across the globe. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't just insult people and then the same people you insult is going to feel sorry for you. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, he hated Mexicans, he hated blacks, but he didn't have to die. You're not going to get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Wait. You might get a couple of coons out there.
Okay,
you might get a couple of coons out there.
Okay.
You'll get a couple of coons out there.
The advertising dollars just went down.
Yeah. Well, no. There was a Nigerian lady who was crying. She was crying. A Nigerian lady. She's all over the internet.
Okay.
She's all over social media. She was crying because Charlie Kirk died. And black people were really getting on her because it's like, do you not understand what this man was about when it comes to black people and
specifically
Africans
black
and
women? He said a lot of bad things about black women.
He said a lot of bad things about black women, tons of black things. And you have black women who's actually, crying for him. This Nigerian lady, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're gonna have those few. But the majority of the people who comprehended where this man was coming from, his point of view about black people, they don't give a shit about him. They cheered. Now, I don't wish death on anybody.
Thank you, Franz.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't wish death on anybody. But at the same time, if it's someone who was attacking my community and my people, I mean, it's just like, It's just like Jews crying because Hitler died.
Right. That wouldn't happen.
That wouldn't happen, right? Yeah. Oh, they didn't have to kill Hitler. He could have been rehabilitated. No. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that wouldn't
saying?
happen.
You know, I don't think Africans were crying when King Leopold was when he died.
Now,
King Leopold.
Right.
Even Queen Elizabeth, when Queen Elizabeth died, you know how many Africans cheered, black people cheered? Do you know the devastation that they caused in Africa throughout the world? They had slaves. They took trillions of dollars in minerals and diamonds. The crown jewels are from Africa. There's no diamonds mines in England. There's no gold mines in England.
Right.
They're all from Africa. Everything is stolen. So what do you think? Africans are going to cry for these people? No. So it's the same concept, you know, with Charlie Kirk.
Right. Somebody in the comments, Sam Abney, said, what about Candace Owens being one of his top friends? I don't know if Candace Owens, she's kind of, she's like kind of a fence rider. I mean, I don't, I mean, frankly, she said some, you know, again, everybody should be able to say whatever they want. You know what I mean? It's a free country, you know, with safety to say this craziness or whatever you want to say, or goodness, whatever.
Right.
Now,
and then, you know, no matter what happens, everybody, well, these right wingers or Proud Boys,
yep, the Proud Boys,
whatever,
yep.
you know, Trump supporters, they always try and direct it towards black people. I mean, they're trying their best to instigate and start a race war with black people. Okay, Charlie Kirk was killed by a white man, right? We know that.
Right.
Okay.
Tyler
what is
Robinson.
The right wingers? Yeah. What are the right wingers coming out in Minnesota and whatever talking about white men fight back? White men fight back. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't. But also, it
God.
was very ironic that Charlie's last words were saying, "Are you including or not including gang violence?" Which is a shot at the black community, and then ironically, right after that was shot by a white man. You know, it's like white on white crime. It's just there's so many layers to the irony that was this sniper, was, you know, this Taylor Robinson, if this is actually in fact the guy, was he waiting for a question to be asked like that? Do you know what I mean? Was he just taking the best,
you know what?
take?
No,
or do you think
he
he was like, I'm going to wait till I hear something?
No.
So it's, you know, because it's crazy.
You know who was
That's
waiting?
crazy. Then.
You know who was waiting?
God.
You know who was waiting? God.
Yeah. You're right.
Karma was waiting. There's no way in the world, as far as he was, he heard the question and he was monitoring what he was saying. And he says, as soon as he says gang violence, I'm going to shoot him right in the neck.
I don't know.
No.
I wonder if they're
come on. That's a stretch.
Yeah.
That's too far of a stretch.
All right.
The dude was way on top of the building. From that distance.
Right. He could probably see him, but not actually hear him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Unless he had a earpiece.
Yeah.
And he was, you know, he was monitoring stuff, which I seriously doubt that. That's another stretch.
But this guy was a professional. I wouldn't put it past him to have some type of one of those, you know, little
a 22-year-old professional. He's 22.
Dude, I know, but the way he did that it wasn't like he did several takes on that. That was one take.
Yeah, one take. The guy in Minnesota.
She said, did you know Tyler's father turned him into the authorities? I actually had a picture of Tyler and his father, and it was interesting. Yeah, look at this. Look at this picture right here. Thank you for reminding me, Cheryl. Thanks for tuning in. Look at this. This is his dad. And I don't know if you notice his dad's hat, but that is one of those, like, you know, or on his shirt that you can't see it, Franz, but it's almost like the American flag dark. You know what I mean? I was just trying to look at their hats to see if there's any hints of what kind of people they are, statements they make with their clothes, or, you know, and looking at every clue here. I mean, they have chopsticks. They're eating sushi. Probably not good sushi. Look, I mean, there's all white people in there, so it's probably not great sushi. It's in Utah. We know it's not good sushi. So his father turned him in. That is his dad right there. This is crazy. Franz, I just realized too, I have to go pick up my children.
Okay.
But thank you for joining me, Franz. Tell everybody where they can follow you.
My name is Franz Cassius.
Yep.
You can follow me at Cassius283 on Instagram.
That's right.
That's CASSEUS 283. You can also follow me on TikTok. The name FRANTZ, Franz, CASSEUS, Cassius, on TikTok or Facebook.
All right, dude. I don't know if anybody can actually spell all that, but I appreciate you, Franz. I'll link it and everything. Guys,
Yes.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Franz, thank you. It was great to talk with you, brother, and I'll talk to you soon. We'll get you on the phone video, and then we'll play one of your comedy clips so they can see how great your stand-up is.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, man. Peace.
Thank you.
Guys, that was Franz Cassius. This was another episode of Samson's World.
Sam, why don't you call someone? The show is dying.
I already did call
Sam,
somebody.
tell us about the Diddy trial. That's
Okay,
all I want to
okay,
hear you
okay,
talk
guys,
about.
Before I get out, I need to go real quick. Here was a big question of mine during the Diddy trial. During the Kid Cudi testimony, the investigator is on the stand and they ask him, where are the fingerprints, right? There was fingerprints taken from inside the Porsche, and he says, we don't know. They disappeared. Who do you think made those disappear? That is part of the reason Diddler is so slick, is because he covered every single bit of his tracks. Dirty Diddy Diaries. Anyway, I'm digressing. This was great, guys. This show was marred with, some technical difficulties, but we pushed through. Thank you, Cheryl. I hope you're great. Thank you for the support. Thanks, everybody, for watching. It means a lot to me. I met Sam at the Diddy trial. Pat Killa, NYC. Thank you, sir. Thank you for watching. Much love to all you guys. Please follow me on YouTube. Who knows what's going to happen on TikTok in this crazy world. But I love you guys. I'm here every day at 5 p.m. working hard for you guys, spinning your world. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
Can you freestyle rap at all? Not yet. Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?